Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations with Megan
from Blue Sky.
Today we're going to be sewing the Purrmaid. We're each going to make one. I went ahead and I made the green one so that I would know how to make it so I can teach it to you, and I'm going to make a purple one and Megan's going to make a
Purple one.
So we're each going to make a purple one. We're starting the video up here in the sewing room, but we're going to go downstairs with everything.
In the living room.
We got some new lights for our sewing machines that are downstairs. So we'll be chit-chatting the whole entire time we're doing the video. So
stay tuned.
Hope you have fun. Thanks. See you in a minute. Bye.
It's going.
Here's a little Purrmaid that I've made already. Here it is. And here's the little opening I've left.
It's the green
and
one.
Believe it or not, I have no stuffing to put in it. So I'm just letting you know, this is the one that I got in my box. And I'm going to do the purple one, which is in the package here. And Megan, you got your purple one in your package too?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
so
I'll show it. I put a sneak peek on my Instagram. It's just Megan's Blue Sky.
Now, let me give you an idea of what's going to be difficult if you're thinking about whether you feel like you can make it or not.
I have not attempted to make this at all. So this is my first time. It'll be her second time. So wherever I mess up, you'll probably mess up.
Well, the reason I made it the first time around is so any kind of kinks or whatever's difficult, I can help you guys through it. So the very first thing that I found is that you're going to need, you're either going to need clips, yeah, you can get your directions out, or you're going to need pins. Now, I used a lot of pins in the tail. Also, I found that I could go so far, and I stopped, locked it, took it out from underneath my sewing machine, pinned it a little bit more, and put it back in and did it that way when I got to the specific parts of the tail. Now, to me, the easiest part were the little ears and the hands.
I was going to say the ears.
Did you bring the stuffing? Oh, here's the stuffing. Okay,
it's
so
us.
This is what we use. That's why I don't have any more. I've just got this little bit here. Let's see if you can read it. Silky Soft, the ultimate in quality fiber fill, 100% pure polyester fiber. This is what I get. That's normally what I buy. I looked at it online, and the price is literally outrageous right now for it. How much is that? How many ounces is that container?
Ounces?
Yeah, what does it say right there at the bottom?
Not enough.
Here, right here, net weight, 8 ounces.
That is not the bottom.
Okay, so I think that when I bought this,
what do you need?
and it really hasn't been that long ago that I bought it, but it was like a couple of dollars. And I think I got online and it was something like $8.99 for 8 ounces.
That's not bad.
That's really bad when it was $2.
Oh.
Now it's 8. But anyway, I'll have to hunt around and find it. I did see a lot of different places. So the very first thing you want to do
The very first thing you want to do
is you want to take your little
your paw.
paw.
What do you do with those?
You're going to put them right sides together.
Okay.
Let me find my paws here.
They don't line up that way. Oh, wait.
I'm setting aside my label.
I had one backwards.
I hope you guys can see this.
Do I pin this part? Or
We're going to do right sides together, so you get the part.
Got the two pieces together.
Okay. And then I pinned, what I did was first I went to the very bottom and matched it up. Now this is going to be very, very slippery.
There's like little cuts in the fabric here and there. Is that supposed to be there?
Yes, it is supposed to be there.
Is that
And because we're going to stuff these, I went ahead and I put a pin at the very end, which is at the bottom, first, so I could match my bottoms, because on that green one, I had one that would not match. No matter what I did, it would not match. So that's the first thing I'm trying to do, is to get it to match. And I did sew this on 2.5, just so that you know.
Length.
Yes, the length.
My thing won't line up. My foot, paw.
The bottom of your paw?
My mitten.
Your kitten's mitten?
My kitten's mitten. I can't get it. The fabric is so fluffy.
I'm having a hard time too.
Okay, now I'm gonna try again. Here we go. nope. See, you already shifted. Come on, Billy. Billy Bob. You don't need to snarkle over there, ma'am. It's not your job description.
And then I put one right
How
up in
often
the
are
top.
you pinning? Like, what's your distance? An inch?
Oh gosh, no.
Ow.
I've almost got my pins on top of each other. I'm going to show you here. Look.
Well, then I've probably done something
Look
wrong.
at this.
It's still not lining up.
Look at this.
It's not.
So that you have an
Where's
idea.
that side?
I know, it's not lining up at all for you. Hold on, I'm going to help you.
What in the ham sandwich is going on? Y'all, I don't even like ham. That's a fun fact. I'm not a fan of ham. Oh yeah. I'm about to bust out my clips. I don't think they'd be good enough for this though. We got you in there.
Now I'm going to try to set your camera up here and show this pinned. Uh-huh.
Okay. That's... you have it over there. It's fine. I have given you permission.
And don't worry if it feels like there's too much on one side and not enough on the other.
Yes.
And then it pins. I want you to look at this. Because that will feed itself in. Because
So yours
remember
is
now
bunchy too.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So let
So
me...
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Alright, so
Well,
I'm going to
this
show...
back.
my
So
little,
she's got my phone and she's filming little clips that you'll see
which we're going to
scattered
try to...
throughout.
So this is going to be a close-up of it. And here's where I pinned it at the bottom.
I don't need this on yet. Well, no, cotton together, just because the way the material is,
Right.
which I didn't expect that.
And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start up here where this pin is, and I'm going to come down off. Then I'm going to start and sew it the rest of the way. Because if I start down here in this corner, right here, it'll all bunch up underneath the machine, guaranteed, because I've already tried it. And this stuff will rip. Now, I was lucky and I didn't have to take anything out because it'll produce hose if you do.
Holes.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the other foot, and then I'll show you how I do my ears.
Well, don't move on without me. I'll get lost.
Let me see what you got there. Okay, you need to put a pin right here on this end.
I was getting there. I gotta
Put it right there, right now.
So
Right there.
I have to pin the rest of it first. I'm over
But you need to
here.
pin the two bottoms first, because then it won't match if you don't. I've already tried it the other way.
My goodness.
That's why I'm trying to show you how to do it. So it's easy.
I've got how many more coming? I ordered one in every color. I don't know if I'm gonna sew them all this year though. I think I'll sew one for myself as a Christmas gift. Why aren't you... okay, that pin needs to be retired. She's not sharp enough. There we go.
And whatever you do while y'all are pinning these, don't put your pin in your mouth.
Like this.
Put it back into your pin cushion. Yeah, don't.
I demonstrated. I didn't actually put it in there.
Okay.
I used
Accidents
to,
happen and you don't want to be rushed to the hospital for surgery.
I used to hold the pin heads in my mouth with the sharp side sticking out, and then I was told that was a no-no.
Now let me show you.
That's an ear, that's an ear, that's... what is this? Oh, that's the back of the ear.
And then
My other paw does not have embroidered.
what do you mean it doesn't have embroidery? It's a boo-boo?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's the other paw.
Look what you did. Shall we show them your mistake?
I'm gonna scream!
She did this.
I didn't know there was a white part on the back.
That's why you don't have a white part on the other two.
Pin it for me.
No, I'm not pinning it for you.
I'm not pinning it. I'm not pinning it for you. I'm not pinning it for you. I have to sit back. Don't you be climbing on my lap, little girl. I don't want you to get pinned. Bad enough I pin my fingers every now and then. Ouch. Wait, not pin them. Poke them. What's it called?
Poke 'em, what you just said.
Oh, okay. Man, now my paws are all munchy crunchy and
At least you didn't sew it all together and have to take it apart.
oh my goodness. Oh, how'd your cat do that? It's a birth defect. We don't talk about it. You know, I would have sewn it together and not noticed it until the very end. Because that's the type of person I am.
And I know that I had a tendency not to put a 1/4 of an inch on this either. I just went with my foot.
I'll go with a 1/2 inch and go, good enough. Unless I do need a 1/4 inch, then I'll do it.
But
I think your machine is a little bit different than mine, though, in
my
that
sewing machine a little bit here.
retrospect. Where's the trash can?
Right down there.
The pin was not sharp.
Can I set your camera up here to get a better shot?
Do cats meow? Yes, you can set it up. Just a little. Oh goodness, I thought I was pinning it wrong again. I can see I'm gonna have to go very slow on this.
Uh-oh. Good.
Did you break my phone?
No.
Or
Alright, let's see
camera?
if I can get... I need to turn this. I might be too close.
You are.
Oh no, I'm too close. Well, I can't sew it and hold it too. You want to hold it while I sew this?
Oh sure, you get to sew, and meanwhile I'm still trying to pin my first foot.
Well, I can show them how to get it started and then we can go from there.
I'm still pinning. She's gonna leave me behind, y'all. I'm gonna be all behind. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. But you gotta have quilts. Near and near. Oh wait, it's not even started.
Okay, so are my hands in the way? I hope not.
No, just so.
Okay, so I'm starting up here. Here's the bottom of it. I'm starting at the top. I guess I ought to put my foot over here so I can reach it.
My hand's a little shaky, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm not locking anything into place. I'm doing 2.5 for my length.
It's just a straight stitch.
That's all it is a straight stitch. And I'm coming right off, and I'm not locking any stitches at all.
It's gonna get locked into place later on. See?
Okay.
Move your left hand. Beautiful.
See what I did? Now, I need to do the same thing on this side, but I flipped it upside down.
There's a little glare. There we go. Oh, look at that little paw.
Now, I really like this sewing machine because it's very forgiving when it comes up against a needle. It's
So is
nothing like
mine.
my other machine, yeah.
Luckily, mine will go over pins.
Yeah, so will this one. Watch it make a liar out of me. Nope, it went right over it.
Yeah. Guys, don't try to go over your pins if you don't know your machine too well. 'Cause you can break your needle.
Okay, so see how I did that? I've gone down to the bottom on both of them. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to go ahead and start right here where I've already sewn it. So I don't have to lock it in place. If you feel like you have to, by all means, go ahead. I need to go up a little higher. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go right over the top of it. It's not going to come out. And then about the time I get up to my pin, that's when I take it out.
To prevent needle breakage
Mm-hmm.
or pin bending.
There we go.
You can try to bend the water, but don't try to bend the pin.
And then just lift your foot up a little bit to get around the corners.
Ooh, I'm getting a little heavy on my machine over here.
And when you get done, if you feel like you need to make your seam a little bit wider than you've created, then that's when you want to go back and do it. And if you want to use a basting stitch to do this, you can do that also. You can use that thread that disappears also if you want to.
The thread that disappears.
Mm-hmm.
This is something
water.
new to me.
Yep.
Water?
With water, it totally disappears. Yep. I've got it upstairs in the sewing room.
You're
And
gonna
I'm
have
going
to
to go
show
right
me
back
that.
over the There we go, pocket. And there we have the whole thing sewn, just like that. And now you want to get yourself a really sharp pair of scissors. I have these Kai right here.
You
This
can't
is what I
read them.
use. Yeah, I can't read them anyway.
They're black
they are.
scissors and they're sharp.
Kai. And what I'm gonna do now, can you get a close-up of this?
It's as close as I can get right now, dear.
Alrighty, so I start about right here where the curve is gonna start. I don't have to do it down here, and I'm gonna clip right up to the seam because
Not clipping the seam.
without clipping the seam, because you want to make sure that when you turn it inside out that it lays down.
Oh,
the
and you
little
got out
seam.
of the shot.
And I know that my thing, nope, there we go, okay. And I'll show you how it's not perfect around here.
They can kind of see it.
No, I mean, hold on, I'll show you the other side. Because when I started cutting this, I could feel how it's not on both sides there.
And what's the point of cutting it to the thread?
You're cutting it so that this right here turns and it doesn't bunch up inside there.
Ah.
But see how it looks like it's a little bit here? Very little. That's what I was talking about. If you wanted to, you could go back in there and re-sew that area.
Gotcha.
Then you're going to turn this inside out. Just like this.
We're blurry. It's not focusing now. Ouch, ouch. I just stabbed myself with a pin.
And there's one little paw right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me show the, you can stop. Let me show the camera. The one little foot. How many minutes was that on that?
Too many.
Did
It's
you
like
want to
2
try
or
to
3
move?
minutes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to send all of that to you.
Well, we'll try.
Like I said,
Okay, so there you go. That's one little paw.
meanwhile,
just
I'm
repeat
still
the
pinning,
same
so
thing.
you're gonna have to slow down, ma'am. Because I messed up my first one and now I gotta redo him. Her. How do you know if your Purrmaid is a girl or a boy?
No, don't. Give it
Do you
any
tell
name
it-
you want.
By the sound of their purr? The smell
Well,
of
when
their
yours
mane?
purrs, let me know.
What, you don't want a fourth one in the house?
You can join that imaginary friend there on your shirt.
Yeah, well, he thinks you have serious mental problems, so, you know. We just kind of go with the flow around here. If you don't stop sewing and just slow down. No. That pin might need to be retired soon, too. How many pins do you think you've retired?
Oh, I don't know. I have a whole container up there that's got a lot of them. Bent. A needle hit it while I was sewing.
Yeah.
Some of them just wear out too. They get dull. And that ain't good if they start getting dull on you.
Well, that's happened to the one that I just tossed. Retired.
You said you tossed it. Where did you toss it to?
In the trash bin.
What trash bin?
The only one
They don't
that's
put our
in
needles in
here.
the trash, honey.
It's bent.
But you still don't put it in the trash.
I can dig it out later.
This trash right here?
Yes, there's trash right here.
You cannot dig that out
Don't
after you've
stick your
thrown a
hand
bunch
in
in
there.
there. I see it right
I
there on
only
the top.
put one in there. A whole bunch.
Alright, let's put it on the table right next to me over here.
And now you're gonna get hurt. She is stepping on my to push buttons. She be pushing those buttons, little girl. Oh really?
Somebody's talking. It's 4:25.
What do you have to say?
She doesn't know how to tell time. She thinks it's dinner time.
She thinks it's 5:25. Really? Lainey, who's your favorite YouTuber? No words, okay. That's fine.
She goes, whoever feeds me is
But
my
we all
favorite.
know it's me. She's growling at you too now.
I know.
Wow.
We're the keeper of the food.
Unless you're not here. She doesn't know who to growl at. Ma'am, do you need to get off? That's what I thought. So which way do you do it? Oh man, I've only got one paw pinned. You want to smell that paw? I didn't say lick my hand. Oh. I know. You're just all types of upset right now.
And then we're going to pin the ear the same way.
No, we're not pinning the ear
I'm going to sew the
yet.
same exact direction.
We're not pinning the ear yet.
The same way that I did.
She's going to do it in the same direction.
Same way.
Okay, same way, same direction.
And
Someone's
see, even though I
barbecuing.
pinned it, party a few doors down.
I know.
See? And this is exactly what I did on the last.
I don't want it to get all bunchy like that.
Mhm.
You're going to get me all sick. Wow, these pins are so old. Oh, I use them. Might as well.
Okay, so what I'm doing now, we took a break, we came back, we had to feed the dogs. Now that it's gotten darker out, what is it, 7:44 p.m.
Dark-ish.
Right. I realize, which I don't really give it too much thought because we watch TV and everything in the dark, but I don't really have any adequate lighting in this room. I don't have a ceiling light. All I have is my freestanding lights, and they are not sewing lights. So please, I hope that you can see this. We apologize if it's dark.
I'm just off to the side here.
Here we are. I've got them all pinned and I'm ready to go. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. I'm going to go ahead and stitch down both ends on the beginning parts so that it doesn't fold over on me.
And I have already gone ahead in our little break that we took, and I have finished sewing and stuffing my paws and arms. Are you on an ear?
Yes, I'm just now starting an ear.
So your paws are done.
Right, but I don't have anything stuffed yet. I didn't
Whereas
stuff anything, yes.
I do.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to show mine yet. But, yeah.
And then when you get to the tail end down here, if you're worried because you're normally one of those people that like to back stitch, then when you get about 1/4 of an inch, take your length of your stitch and just decrease it. Now this machine will actually go down to 0, so I went down to 1.2, and then it's going to make a whole bunch of teeny weeny stitches, which is just like a lock and stitch. And then I can go back up to my 2.5, so then when I start over here, it'll be up.
I'm just looking at the instructions over here.
Okay. If you need to read something, go ahead.
Huh?
I said if you need to read something to us, go ahead.
No, I was just looking at what my next step is.
No.
I'm just waiting for you.
And I did change my thread. I did those little paws in purple,
Oh,
but I decided to go ahead and go back to white, which is what I did the little green one in.
for your thread.
Yes, for my
Did
thread.
you change your bobbin to white too?
Yep, I did. All of it.
I still
white.
have purple because I don't know. Oh my gosh!
Somebody's
Getting
telephone's ringing.
messages. It's okay. So I'm gonna show what I have with my
Okay.
ears.
Go
My
ahead.
paws are done. They look fine. I'll show that in a minute. One of my ear turned out pretty great, if I do say so myself. And then my other ear, not so great. Wonky. I don't really want to
little
show
section.
him.
Oh, that's all right.
He's-
He's a unique little kitty cat.
He's got character.
There you go.
He got into a cat fight.
Well, then he'd probably be missing a piece of his ear.
Well, it kind of looks like that.
Okay, so now I see that something
I-
is not quite right here.
And then the paws. They're little. Now I have little hands. Apparently, I can stick that on my palm. There you go. It's just. It's like a little
Alright.
false
I took a stop real quick because my
sized
ears isn't
paw.
right.
I don't know.
There we go. Let's start that over.
Zipping along, zippity day. I don't know why I turned my machine on yet. I don't really need it.
You can tell them about our new lights we put on these machines.
The LED lights.
Mm-hmm. I got those from Madam So.
I
That's the company.
don't know about them. They are LED lights that stick. Well, you can't see mine because the camera got adjusted.
But you can adjust the light. Would it show up if the light's adjusted?
No, because since I adjusted the camera, they can't really see my machine anymore.
How about mine? Did you want to? Oh, you don't want to put your machine up.
Not really, they can't.
Okay. If I light it up a
Here,
little bit
if
more.
you turn the light up or down, they should be able to see it in the bottom corner.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you can see it.
And then turn it down. So it just kind of gives a little extra light when you need it.
Yeah, because these machines don't have light on the bed like my machine upstairs in the sewing room does.
They're not crescendos and whatever she has. They're not Elissimos. They're not fancy pantsy. They're just, well, that one's one step above this one, I think. But they're just little babies. Call them a baby machine. Mine is a tempo. Yours is a melody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's one step. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I do not know if it's a stepper.
A stepper?
A step or.
Oh. Like, I don't know what a stepper is.
I was looking for something to take to classes. That's why I got this one. And then when I was there looking at them, I decided to get you something too.
To
I didn't
replace
want to get you the same thing.
brother that I had. You didn't want me to have the same thing. Why not?
I just didn't want to have two of the same sewing machines.
How rude.
But yet I wanted you to have a nice machine because I think that the older machines, the vintage machines, I think that would be too hard for you to sew with.
I'll put my elbow on the snips. I only have one really old machine. Would that be considered vintage?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's called, but it's got like
Isn't
the
that the
little
Elna? With the air foot?
Elnor?
Elna, I think.
Something like that. But the pedal, instead of being like plastic pedal that the baby locks have and most other machines have, it's a little round pedal and it pumps air. Oh. I'm just gonna keep bumping everything. It's like a little air pump.
And of course we don't have a book for it, so we really need to get a book for it.
Yep.
I've never seen a machine like that.
Neither have I. My first one was a brother, and I don't know who had that before me. Someone.
No, it probably got, I think it got bought at Walmart.
Yeah, but I didn't get it brand new.
No, I think I was using it when mine got broke.
I remember that's the first one that I learned how to do a straight stitch on.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving from that to this one, I was lost. I was like, okay, where is my little incher teller? Incher teller? Marker.
Your guide for your
There you go.
stitches.
The incher teller. Yes. But I think this one's easier to read.
Coming around the tip of the ear.
I want them to make a red Purrmaid. They've got green, purple, pink.
Did you clip around your ears just like you clipped around your little paws?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was only one paw that I didn't do the clipping because I wanted to see what it would be like. And then I forgot to actually clip it. But it turned out okay. Just a little smaller. This cat is all kinds of one small foot, one wonky ear. Okay. Do you like trim any of the fuzzies off after you snip it?
I don't have any fuzzies on here.
No,
What
like
fuzzies
once
are we
you
talking about?
snip them, do you trim it a little bit?
If I need to, I could trim it, but I don't think I have to trim any of this.
Because I trimmed one of my ears.
Oh, look, when I flip this over.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
No. There isn't anything to be trimming.
Oh, no, that one's fine. You are a perfect sewer.
No, I'm not a perfect sewer.
Perfect. Oh, tomorrow's Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Memorial Day. Well, they're gonna see this video after Memorial Day. Happy belated Memorial Day. think.
I might have to take another stitch on this ear. Because I'm looking at it.
That's forbidden.
Oh no. Okay, I thought I had to, but I don't.
You thought wrong. I think it's a good thing to do.
And this
that
is where I
sometimes.
could trim a little bit right there. Right there's a little bit.
So when I was trimming mine, there were like a couple frayed pieces that I trimmed.
Okay, so
good.
let's stuff. Flip that.
Let's dig into fluffy. Oh, that's way too much.
And you only need to put a little bit of stuffing, not a lot.
This would be too much. Do you want to pick some off and show them what you think would be
Usually
ideal?
what I do is I stick a little bit in there. Let's see.
A little bit at
I
a
think
time.
that might be enough. It might be enough for a little pause here. Let's see.
I thought you were going to show them how much it is. You can also like squish it in your hand to make it
That
roughly
much
the
right
same
there. So
shape.
that's not much of anything. And that's what I'm using for the paw. Because you don't want it at the bottom of the paw where you have to sew, because then it's going to be difficult to sew that. And you can always
So
shove
if
it
this
down
is
in the
your
tip
paw,
top
You don't want it down here. You want to be
and
able
bring
to
it
put
back up
push it up here towards the top.
if you have to.
And then when you sew this closed, it's at 1/8 of an inch. And I would say pin it. Definitely pin. And start in the middle of it again. So when I was sewing, I started here in the middle. And then I went to one side. I flipped it. I went back in the middle to the other side. Just so it didn't get caught in my machine. I don't know how you're going to do it.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Let's see what we got. The ears needed a lot less than I thought. That's kind of cool.
Okay. I think I need a little bit more. Can you give me a little bit more?
That is not a little bit more. Let me know if you need more than that. Which, whoa,
Nope, I think that's enough.
not fall in the trash.
Now when I do my 1/8 inch,
Yes. Sorry, I'm making noise back here.
I'm going to increase my length to 3 to make it easier on myself.
There is something in here.
And I am definitely pinning it
So,
because the ends,
a little piece of plastic. Feel that?
ooh, that's kind of hard.
I know. I'm glad I squished it. Squish, squish. Make for a great stress ball. What were you saying?
I said I'm pinning my ear also and starting in the middle just like you. I'm not starting on the end because I don't want my end to have an issue either. And it's better to start in the middle and go outward. Then you don't have to worry about all that curling up and everything. So there's one. And just kind of line up your little, what would you call that color in the middle of the ear? The little pad, the purple part or whatever color you got in the ear.
It'll either be purple, pink,
Yeah.
green, blue.
Kind of line that in the middle there. Otherwise you can end up with it over to the right or the left.
Yellow.
And if you want, you could use a clip on this actually. Put it to the right or the left.
I would be worried about them slipping.
What's slipping?
The clips.
Oh.
I feel like they're better for cotton because they grip easier on there. I've never tried clipping on this type of fabric. Maybe one day.
Alright, let's...
I've actually got a clip in here. Are there different types of clips or just the red and clear ones?
There's different colors and different sizes.
Too little. I've just got that one. It's
And I'm only going to use 3 little pins right here on the little paws.
It's about 2 inches long. About 1 inch wide. That's how big my clips are. 2 inches by 1 inch. Slow babies.
Now,
I've got more feet.
to me, these little paws and ears are one of the two things that are the easiest to do on this. The other thing is when you're coming around on the body, not the tail now, but the other part. That to me was the easy part.
I'm worried about that.
Well, to me the tail was the hardest. That's why I constantly stopped and started on the tail and took it out and redid it.
So you can't be like me with a lead foot.
No, because you'll get it all wonky.
Like the ear. I like to go quick and get it done quick. This is like a slow down project.
Okay, where did my ear?
I
Oh, my
believe
pen
it's
fell.
on your head.
No, there we go, my pen.
Oh, you said, where's my ear?
I meant my pen, and I didn't cut that because the needle, my pen fell off that, and I don't think I caught that. Oh yeah, I did catch it. Okay.
Whoa! The crowd goes wild.
Why don't you take that fan over there by that window and point it towards us, so we can have a little bit more cool air.
Sure. I just got a
I think it's
notification.
hot in here.
You're also busy moving your hands while I'm just kind of hanging out. Let's see.
I don't think I've cooled off since we did all that yard work earlier.
No, I don't think so. I got chilly at one point, but can you feel the area?
Oh my gosh, yes, I can feel that.
Do you want me to turn it up or down or leave
No,
it?
that feels fine.
Okay.
Wow.
I just hope I don't get
Ooh-wee.
frozen out. Frozen out. Just gonna carefully move this out of frame. No one needs to see that I am unhealthy. I'll be right back.
Okay. And we're going to make this video into 2 parts because it'll take too long
At least 2
to do the
parts.
body.
I'm back.
It is very, very, very long because it's slow going.
I would say 2 parts at minimum.
But just take your time. Let's see if I can get that.
Did you put the... Where did the other fluff cloud go?
I just took a piece and put it over there.
No, I had it on your table.
Yeah, I just took it and put it over there. I just now put it in that bag.
Okay. Oh. And your Purrmaid comes with a little tag. I don't know if I'm going to sew the tag in though. Just
Well, if you, right now you don't want to give it away, you could still
Right.
sew the tag in because you can write on it with a pen if you decide to give it away, since you made it.
I would never.
Apparently
my
not. You're not going to be
wonky-
giving it away, yeah.
Not my
What was I thinking?
wonky willow. Get it like willow.
I know.
Willow.
You're so funny.
Awful.
Now keep in mind, you know, when I went up to 3 for my length, this little 1/8 inch, this is just to hold this shut so your stuffing doesn't come out when you attach it. That's the only reason you're doing that 1/8 inch.
I didn't even notice you adjusted your length.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can adjust it to whatever you want, as long as your stuffing's not going to fall out.
Okay.
I just thought it was easier to do a 3 than a 2.5.
She's beautiful. Her tail's hanging off. Now her face is hanging
Okay, so
down.
now when you get ready to put this, attach this, we're going to pin it, and you got to keep in mind which direction. So we're going to use the body here. This is what you're going to do, and it has these little marks,
Which I
these
thought
little-
were mistakes.
little, I call them hashtags, but
Nicks.
and then, huh?
Nicks.
Nicks. So if you look at this one here,
Which Which one? The one on the left?
The one on the left.
By the cheek
So-
or by the eye?
By the cheek here. That actually is where the ear goes. It's not this one
Okay.
up here.
Down here?
Uh-huh. The ear
What?
goes here, and the paw goes there. Look,
How does the ear go there?
I know, it doesn't seem like it would, but this other little nick is actually when you sew the next piece on. Here, look.
No, that's got to be for the paws.
No, 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 no. Here's an ear.
No, that's by the eye. Grandma, look. Ma'am. Look. This is what I said by the cheek, is the pink part.
Look,
No,
Down here.
the pink part is the paw, not the ear.
this is the paw down here.
That's by the cheek. Up here is
Oh,
by
you're
the
calling
eye.
this the cheek. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I thought you were calling the other one the cheek.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
cry.
I was just going by the picture. But all those little notches will get you confused.
Did y'all see where I put my picture? Because it has been lost in there. Thank you. Translation.
Are we ready? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even do the... I'm in such a hurry here.
No, 'cause I'm
Oh,
not
my
sure.
gosh.
What?
I didn't do my paws.
She's got pinned paws. Can you see the pins? Do you want me to do this one?
Nope.
Okay.
Because then my paws will be different than each other. Because remember now, I am not sewing the way that you're sewing. I'm doing a little bit different.
I did an eighth inch seam. Watch, your paw's gonna turn out the
I
exact
can't
same.
even get that. Put there.
So there's going to be an empty neck. Ears go up here. Ouch. So you put her on your lap because you don't have another table. Oh, that's gonna be the other ear.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna go out like this.
I don't know what that was.
It's gonna go like this. How is that gonna? I don't even know how that's gonna work.
Oh, what's going to work?
The ear.
Oh. I'll show you here.
backwards. Should I? I don't know how to sew them. I'm trying to figure it out. I think that one goes like that. This looks like it would get very bunched very quickly. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Lace ears. Okay, I want to kind of do the paws first, just because they're a bit more straight edged. Paws. This one is gonna go on his left. Right about there. Ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. And it doesn't say if you should stuff your ears, but we did because we don't want floppy cats. Sounds
Well,
like
it had room to do it.
to what?
To stuff the ears.
Oh well,
There's
yeah.
plenty of room to...
But it says
stuffing
stuff
in
the
it.
paws. That it doesn't.
I know, I saw that too, and I read it 3 times.
I read
And
it
it's like,
twice.
really? I thought that it had to be... They had to be stuffed. They're cute when they're stuffed.
I think it was something left out by mistake in the instructions.
You think?
They probably meant
don't know,
stuff
but that
the
didn't
paws
happen.
and ears, but they left out the and ears part.
Okay, so now is when I wiggle mine and get them in there to where I want them.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Burr, 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 wow, wow. Wiggle, wiggle.
Now, I'm going to do the ear first, and I'm going to start with
See, I don't
this
know how to
ear.
do the ear first.
Okay, so, whoops.
You have him face up, pretty side up. Which ear are you doing? Left or right? His
I'm going
left.
to do the right ear.
So his left. No, I thought you had to sew it this way. That's how the picture shows it.
Which way?
With the ears going down.
Yep, like this. And you got to be careful because see how the curve goes that way? I mean,
Yes.
this is the correct ear. But when you put it on there,
I
your
know.
curve on your ear goes that way, and the curve on the head goes that way.
So how do you do that?
So you take the little notch and put the middle of this, the middle of the ear, right up against the notch, and you pin it.
What?
Here's the middle. This is approximate middle of the ear. You put it up against the notch and you pin it.
Let me get the little camera out and then
Okay.
you can show me separately.
Okay.
Video.
So here's the right eye and here's the notch. The ear is going to look like that when it's done, so it has to be sewn like this. So this is about the middle of the ear right there, and I put it at the notch, just like that, and then you're going to pin it, just like this.
What do you do about the little wings?
But you're going to slowly go like this, because this is why you're doing all this pinning. Whoops, I missed my pin. I missed my fabric.
Oh.
And my fabric didn't get on there at all.
Well, that's a little problem.
I would say it is.
Oh, don't pick yourself.
Okay, so I pulled down on the back of the fabric.
Does it stretch
And it
it
slowly
out?
go. Nope, it's not stretching. No, what you're doing is you're making the fabric follow. See, it goes like this.
What about the bunching? Will that fix itself?
What bunching are we talking about?
I'm afraid it'll bunch.
It's not going to bunch. You put a. This is where you're going to put a whole bunch of pins, and then right here it goes right to the end like that. See that? And you put a pin on him right there.
Okay.
That's it. That's what you're going to
You
do.
do the same for both ears?
Both ears and the hands. Same
Gotcha.
thing.
Not really, but
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I'll pretend.
Pretend.
I don't know what I'm doing. So the ear goes here. That's like at the top of his head, though. They look like they would be very close together. Oh no, I guess that would be okay. Where's my middle? I'm gonna fold his ear kind of to find my middle. That way I can get it correct. Although it might not be. Come to Megan pins.
And this is where I find it easier
Ow.
to sew it on the back side instead of the front side. So it's going to be your preference.
I'm gonna sew it on the face side up, just so I can see where my ear is. Is that what you meant, or
I'm
you're
going
doing
the other
way?
direction.
Ooh, you're gonna sew blind. Well,
And that little,
to me it's blind.
I wished in a way that instead of putting a piece of cutting that, I wish they just marked it, because it really is a problem. Well, for me it's a problem. It's not going to be a problem for everybody. But what I'm doing is I am pinning that split on each side.
Oh, I went next to the split, kinda.
And then you can get a close-up of this as soon as I get done pinning the whole thing. But this is where you got to really use a lot of pins.
I lost my pen in the fluff.
Y'all might think this is pretty small, but keep in mind now, you've already sewn 1/8 of an inch on the ear, so you're going 1/4 of an inch now.
Oh, there's my pen. It said sew it with 1/8 of an inch, though.
That was when you were shutting it. Look at this.
Pin or clip position. Baste stitch both ears to head using 1/8 inch seam.
I'm sorry, you're right, because when we put the other body on, the other piece on, not body,
Ding,
the
ding.
back doesn't go to the front. Okay, but if you do it like that, you'll be able to fit the 1/8 in there. Because look at the pinning here. But don't worry if it's not over your 1/8 of you shutting it.
Yours looks better than mine.
It's not that it looks better, it's got
Yes,
a
it
whole bunch
is.
more pins on it. But take a look at
No,
it here.
doesn't. Are you showing them?
Yeah, I want you to see it. I'll show everybody how I pinned it. Looks like it's overkill. So I'm going to pin it on this side, which is the inside, my 1/8 inch. And I'm not going to pin the other one until I've already sewn this. You want to do a close-up shot with your...
In a minute, I just stabbed myself with a pen. Ouch.
That's not what the pins are for.
I'm not trying to stab myself. Oh, and I bent the pin doing that. Great. You know what? We're gonna work with him. We're gonna say, too bad, pin. You're still getting work done. He's getting work done. He's getting plastic surgery. What's the ear surgery called? Not rhinoplasty.
I don't know because I don't know the term.
I don't know. I know rhinoplasty. That's it. Try to bend the pin back.
And what is that?
Rhinoplasty?
Uh-huh.
It's the nose.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't even catch that on the fabric. Oh, you little stinker winker. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's your blood.
Don't get blood on your Purrmaid.
It's got my blood.
I need that camera because I can't wait for you.
That's a little mean, y'all. I'm trying to pin. I just have one more pin to do. It's not even a camera. It's a phone. And it's not even hers. Okay. Wait. Action.
I'm just showing how I pinned it. There's no action going on.
Oh.
I'll show you the other side.
Wait, I want to show them.
And then when it gets put on, it'll look like that.
Mine doesn't. Oh, you can't see me at all. I'm gonna.
Want me to hold the camera?
No, I got it.
Excuse me, the telephone? Want me to hold the phone?
Dear. We're just gonna look at the pretty one.
I'll hold yours up there.
It's not pretty. You're gonna stab yourself.
No, you haven't finished pinning it. You gotta pin it up here.
I know. That's the pin that I was trying to put in.
It probably could use a couple of pins up there.
Okay, here you go.
Okay. No. I'm not gonna do yours. I want you to have all the credit for yourself. Oh my gosh.
And it fell in the trash.
All right, so
Like my dignity.
go down here to the end.
It's a good thing I have band-aids on standby.
You have band-aids down here?
Huh?
You have band-aids down here?
Yes, I do. Look at her sewing along. She's not waiting for anybody.
I did go up to 3, by the way, just so you know. Just so you know.
I know, if I put another pin in there, it'll bend it, so. Did you start at the end?
I did an end stitch, and then I came back, and I flipped it over, and now I'm going to do the,
So you started with a middle stitch, not an end stitch.
whatever you want to call it.
I'm asking, did you start it in the middle or the end?
Well, I didn't really start in the middle. I started towards the edge. I went about 1 inch. How's that?
Okay. That's where I'm
And
going.
I didn't take my pins out, so Lord help me here if I hit a pin. I got to slew them in
I don't
here.
know if he can help us down here when we're sticking our stelves and stelves? Whatever. Oh,
I'm not taking any of my pins out until I'm done. Because
I
if
am
I miss
because
something,
I'm not going to pin myself.
what does that have anything to do with pinning yourself? I just want to make sure I get it all.
Nope. I went over a pin. Over a pin. Y'all, I am stabbing myself again.
Alright, let's take a look at it.
Sorry, pins. These are decent pins too. They're black.
Okay, I got every bit of it. It's all attached.
Lucky you. I'm still doing it. I'm just gonna lock it a little bit. You're not supposed to, but I am because I am paranoid. I'm gonna do the other side.
It looks like I need to get a little closer on my tip here.
My hand.
But I'm not quite.
I'm gonna have
Like in
band-aids
the
on
ear.
every single one of my fingers at the end of this. Beauty is pain, and this Purrmaid's gonna be beautiful. Isn't that the saying? Beauty is worth the quilt. I don't know. Okay, so I got those. I'm pulling pins out. I wish I had my magnetic thing down here. That would make this a lot easier. I just don't feel like getting it. It's all the way upstairs.
Alright, let's pin the next one on.
You go right ahead.
And this one's by his other eye.
Why are you ahead of me already? Unacceptable.
And I'm going to go a little higher on the eye. Instead of in the middle like I did before.
That side a little bit more. Just a smidge. What's the one song? Just a little bit. Something, something. Do you know that song?
I need more words than that. I can't name that tune. I never could. I was amazed when that program was on TV and those people named it after a couple of chords.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm also not a great singer, so that doesn't really help you at all. Sorry about that. Snip, snip, and the snip, snip, some more. Snip, snip, from the table to the floor.
So let's talk about what we did on Friday. We can talk about that on this video.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
No, you can go ahead and talk about it.
So we watched So Becca on Friday, this past week.
And she was fabulous, y'all.
And she was doing the square and a square block.
Square, what's a square with 4 triangles?
That's a square and a square.
Square inside of 4 triangles. Go
So
on.
we took a 5-inch, we used one package of 5-inch charm packs. There's 42 in them. And we had the same because I had exactly 2 of those. So Megan and I used the same charm pack, and we chose
Different fabrics, though.
Vintage Christmas. And then our background, we cut into a 4.5-inch
Something.
square
Yes.
because we used fabric. Megan used a dark green, and I used a black, I guess it's called black on black because it had gray trees in it.
Yes.
And then we took our 4.5-inch square and we cut it into triangles. So we ended up with, well, we took, what?
It's beautiful. I've got the pins that I'm using sticking out, so that's easier to grab them.
Oh.
It's beautiful. That's all.
So we ended up with 42 5-inch squares and 84, if I'm getting it right, 4.5-inch squares, and then we cut those into triangles and ended up with 166 triangles. And how, are you done with your squares?
I have 29 left, or 29 done, I think. I have most of them done. I did some more last night.
Okay. Well, I went ahead and I got all mine done.
Well, during Becca's live, I was only able to get 9 done because I was so focused on Becca. Not her fault. She's just so interesting. And I don't know what else I was going to say.
Well, anyway, we haven't finished them yet. But if you're getting the Creative Notions, excuse me, box, and you got the fabric to make that quilt, oh, I need to flip this over, that is in there that was the quilt called Purrmaid quilt, I think?
The one that came in here was, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's made the same exact way.
Pretty
The
sure.
only difference is that you're fussy cutting the fabric. That's all. So you're fussy cutting all the little squares that go on the inside. And I don't know. I don't think they're 5-inch squares though.
No.
I don't remember what it was. I think they were 4. Either 4 or 4 and something. But anyway, so that was good practice for us because now we just managed to do exactly what we're going to do for that square.
And I'm not comfortable with triangles, but she had seen where Becca was doing triangles. I didn't quite understand that there were triangles, but it did help. I'm a little more comfortable with them.
Well, and then by the time you get done doing all yours,
You'll
we
be
go to the
done.
next one. Well, no. When you get done, you'll be comfortable making them for the next quilt.
I hope so.
And now you'll learn fussy cutting, because you haven't done that yet.
I did it once, but I never finished the quilt. It just turned into a rag. Quite literally. I did. I never had a backer to it, so I just used it and I like dusted the room and everything. Dusted off my machine.
Well, that was a pretty little duster.
If you stab me one more time. Pretty duster.
Yeah. You said you use it for a duster.
Well, I had pieced together a bunch of fabrics that I don't particularly like anymore. And I figured, well, if I don't like it and it gets put into dirt, it's not going to mean too much to me.
Okay.
Turned out to be a pretty good duster, though. Where did my ears? Oh, wow. I'm looking for my ears and one's sewn on and I'm doing the other one.
Okay, there's my second ear.
Come on down to Ear Town. It should just be sewn right over there.
So now we have the 2 ears, just like that.
Correction, you have the 2 ears.
And we're going to put the little paws on.
Hooray, hooray. And I'm not flipping mine over to do the other side. I'm just rolling up the tail under my arm so that it's like that.
What are you doing?
Rolling it up and doing that.
Oh, well, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So I have to move my pincushion. Hey, it's working, alright? We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. That's all that counts.
Now, our next step, I noticed that when I
Yes.
sewed it 1/4 of an inch, it ended up being too long. So what I did was, I went ahead and I sewed the pieces together, just like it says in the directions,
What? Oh, my
which I'll show you here in a
Sorry.
minute. And then I went ahead, and that's where these other marks come in. So I went from mark to mark. Well, between the first mark and the second mark, when I was going along and pinning it, as soon as I realized that the mark was too big, or the fabric was too big, then I went ahead and I stopped, sewed it a little bit smaller, and then continued with it. And if that happens this time around, I'll do the same thing. And it was on every piece. There's 3 little pieces. And it happened to all 3 of them. So I don't know if I just got a little bit extra. I don't know, maybe I read the directions wrong. Maybe they were an inch. They were supposed to be sewn an inch together. But I thought everything was 1/4 inch. I'll double look here in a minute.
I was about to say, you should double check that, just in case.
I mean, I didn't have a problem with it.
My ears look fantabulous. Well, not that one, but yeah.
Let's see here.
I feel so bad for pin cushions. Constantly getting stabbed in the back. I wonder if Yvette's going to do a video on this. Or
See,
Becca.
it's not telling us how many inches.
Where? What number are you looking at?
This number 4 diagram.
Number
Top of the
4,
right-hand page.
Top right side. The Purrmaid middle strip, shortest length in the tail section. Oh. It does not say any lengths.
Nope, it did not.
Not a 1, not a 2, not a hooty hoo hoo hoo. I should be done this over. Okay, I did not mean to wake you up. Sorry. There, put that on there a little bit better. Alright, I'm gonna go this way with it.
perfect over there?
Ha 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 ha
I was just asking.
ha. Nearly.
Oh, nearly.
I don't like doing it that way. I need to put it like this.
Oh. My pen wants to go down inside that hole. I wonder why
That's
they
not
make those little teeny wee holes right there.
Where?
You gotta have a purpose for something. Down there
Oh.
on that plate.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Oh, my machine doesn't want to move at all. Ah, my thread got a little tangled. That's not very pretty. And a big old thread clump. So what do I do about that?
Well, we have to take that out and try not to put a hole in it.
What do you propose I take it out with?
A seam ripper. Have you got one?
No. I just
Can you
lost
just
the
pull it
cat.
out?
I don't know. It's not attached to anything. It was just a
You got a
boo-boo.
tweezers?
No. That I can say affirmative. No tweezers. It's almost like my bobbin said, no thank you.
Is your bobbin running out?
Gosh, no.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm just going to snip it short and...
Let me see it. Or
Oh,
you
wait.
do
It's on the
snipping?
front, though. Technical difficulties.
Well, it has a knot right here, so that can come off.
I was just trying to fix the end, and as soon as my thing went down, it wouldn't go forward. It's a little strange.
It's a
Come
little
on,
strange.
you gotta keep up tempo. You gotta keep up. You got the tempo. Now you gotta get the beat. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Hoo-yah.
There's like two little pieces sticking out there. I know. I don't know where they're from. Well, they're from that piece right there.
Is that good enough? Let me see.
Let me borrow your seam ripper.
Just put it away.
I misplaced my seam ripper.
Didn't you put it in your box, bin, machine thing? Wah, wah, wah. You can take a nap while I'm waiting for you.
I think there's a knot in there. Why do you have so much stitching right here? That's too much stitching.
I went forward 2 times and it pulled all that out. There's probably a knot in the bobbin somewhere.
Why do you keep saying it's a knot in the bobbin?
Because the needle, the top thread, whatever that's called, it looked fine. I didn't see that piece until I pulled it out.
I can't figure out where that piece is coming from.
I don't know. You're the fix-all.
I'm not the fix-all.
You're like a...
But you got a lot of knot right here in this one end for some reason.
I said I was going to fix that one little spot, and then it went, no thank you. You are like the duct tape and the hot glue of the world. Simple yet strong.
I can't get that little thing
Let me
out.
see.
It's like embedded in there. I would leave it myself because when
That's
your
what I was thinking.
quarter
I
inch
just-
comes across, you're going to actually cover that up.
Will I?
Well, figure 1/4 inch. That'll be buried.
How is
You're
the...
going a little bit more than 1/4 inch anyway.
How... No, I'm not.
Really? Let me
Why
see one
would
of them
I
balls.
hold a more than 1/4 inch?
No, I'm just teasing.
What did you say?
Let me see one of them balls.
The palms?
The ball. P-A-W.
Oh! They're not on yet. Oh. Okay.
Now look at the size of your paw and look at the size of my paw. Your ball's kind of tiny, ain't it?
Why is your paw so big?
I know.
Look at this one.
It's the same thing. Look.
I had small paws. Mine were small.
Really?
I snipped. I didn't snip anything, y'all. I sewed it small.
Okay.
You and your big old giant paws and your big old giant ears and your big old... Oh, what more to hear you, my dear? What more to eat you, my dear? Oh, wait, no, that's teeth. What were the feet for?
I don't know.
The better to grab you.
There weren't any feet in the story.
No? Because he said, why? What?
Where'd my paw
Wait, no,
go?
it's a girl. Why?
Did you
what
take
big
another paw?
paws you
Did
have?
you take another
You
paw?
have one attached.
And where's the other one at? Oh, he's on the floor.
I was gonna say
I can't reach it.
I'll trade you a paw. I'll pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today. Let me see your ears. Okay, this one's a bad example. Let me see your ears. Your ear even looks a little chunky. I think you did more stuffing. You did witchcraft, wizardry, or something. Now, I'm going to sew on my baby paws. Yeah, I get baby paws. I get a wonky ear. I get tiny ears. She's okay. We love her. We love her. Mostly.
Mostly.
We love her color. Which Nick Notch?
Which Knotch?
Nick Notch. Which Ganache should I try? It's down here, right? Compute?
Yep.
Wrong side. Compute?
Make it so the paw... Okay, I see what you're doing.
Hello. Hello, Miss Kathy.
Oh my god.
The better to high five you with, Miss Kathy. Is that the right side? Yeah, well, my left. I'm making Purrmaid, so you better get this party started. This purdy started, that's what I should have said. Get this purdy started.
There you go.
Meow, 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 purr. Purr, 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 purr. I don't know the rest of the words. No, 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 no. Were there other words to that song?
Well, first off, there were no words about a party.
Well, you know what?
I'm sure there were more words to it.
I was not alive back then. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't keep track of the years no more.
Jeez.
I don't got that flow no more. I don't keep up with the youngins. You forced me into early retirement.
I'm not even retired. I don't know. Oh my gosh. You're so funny.
Ow!
See what you get?
Stop it! Oh gosh. It's your fault.
I know, it's all my fault.
You know, it's your fault because you said, "Hey Megan, do you want to learn how to sew?" When I was like 10, and I went, okay, I guess.
Yes? Wait a minute. You should be better than you are if you started at 10.
You know what? I don't do it all the time, okay? I do it to fix my clothes, and that's about it.
That's not really sewing, dear.
You know what?
That's
the
for
needle
care.
and the thread are going through some fabric. That's sewing, dear. I could be sewing through a piece of paper. It's still sewing.
It's still sewing.
No, I don't want that pen. Dun, 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 dun. That's not where I want it. Alright. Let's start sewing. And I hit a couple pins on the way. Do we care? No, we don't. Should we care? Probably. Oh, why did you make that noise? Oh, okay. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Purrmaid's gotcha. You're fine. You're coming out. Maybe. And you, and you. No, that one's not. Where's my skizzers? You can come up on the couch.
Uh-oh.
Or not. Come on.
Don't have her do that.
Come on. Come on.
Come over here. Come over here.
Lainey,
Come here.
Look, she tried to jump up and she fell down. I know my foot is up. Are you okay? She fell backwards. That's what it was. She's okay. She's okay.
We're going to need to take a break here.
I want to get my paws on first, and...
Well, I think the dryer's finished, and I've got to put the wash in the dryer.
Wash in the wash.
Oh, I almost thought I sewed that upside down. Panicsville.
That would have been...
Oh my goodness, here he is.
a character.
There he is.
Here's mine. Still pinned on his 1 foot paw. The other one's not. I'll get there. I like going fast, but this thing makes me go slow.
Alrighty, so let me show you the part that I was talking to you about.
Yes,
Well,
please
she does
do.
that. So if you look at your
that's
directions, and really if you're into pictures, look at the picture.
I would say look at both so you know your measurements.
Alrighty, so here is the small. Well, that's
How
funny
am I
because look at that. Look
supposed
how
to-
that looks like it's already been stitched. Look at that.
It has been.
No, you know what that is?
No.
That's a disappointment. That,
I didn't say it, y'all. She said it.
well, it looks like it's the selvage. It's got a whole bunch of holes in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not
Oh, look
good.
at that. All across that whole thing.
It is all the way across.
I know.
Well,
Well,
your needle will go through easier. I don't know.
and it's just that one piece. So they want you to take the small piece and the medium piece, and it's, since we're doing all of this in a 1/4 inch, that's what I'm going to do it in the first time. I'm going to sew it together. And remember now, you're putting your right sides together.
I just want to see if I can sew without my hands.
And I'm doing the right side and the left side.
Look, Mom, no hands! Pretty side to pretty side.
I think you can do that on that sewing machine if you unplug your foot.
Do what?
Sew without your hands. I mean, without your feet.
I know, but I was doing
Oh.
no hands. I didn't.
Of course, this
Guide
wouldn't be
the
the
last
project to be doing
stitch.
that in.
No, it would not. I don't usually use the start button too much because it kind of terrifies the living.
Okay, so if you're looking at your picture here, you're sewing this little piece to this piece here, the medium magnetic,
Apparently, I've got a pin on there. Y'all can't see
and
that.
then we'll sew the bigger one to the small one and the medium size one. So let's do that first. And all I did was pinned it. I got a
Pinned it.
whole bunch of pins in it.
Oh yeah, we like to pin. I like to pin it, pin it. You like to pin it, pin it. We like to pin it. Physically fit, physically fit, physically, physically, physically fit. Sewing, sewing, sewing. Madagascar.
Uh-huh. I think I watched that with you, didn't I?
Multiple times when it first came out, yeah.
And I started in the middle when I sewed this, because otherwise this fabric wants to shift and it will literally pull away.
Pull.
Uh-huh.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
Excuse me. I did not mean to.
That's what it did a couple of times on the other one, on the green one, so I stopped and redid it.
I'm gonna sit back to pin.
Okay.
Relax a little.
Because it's not going to make a difference whether it's on the top or the bottom.
Really?
Really. Really, truly.
Interesante. Muy interesante.
And I sewed 1/4 of an inch. So here's my bottom, and here's the next one. So I'm going to sew the large one onto the small one.
I heard a bug outside.
Hmm?
I just heard a bug outside. What's the bug that does that? It goes.
It could be anything. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're not talking about the cicada, are you?
There you go. Just like your machine has a chir chir chir, and mine doesn't. It's a thread cutter, y'all. An automatic thread cutter. By push of a button.
Hey, but you have one that actually threads your machine too.
Well, they
Which
all
is a
have
good
that
thing.
on Baby Lock. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they do. They got those little white things that you put up against there and do it.
The white thing.
The little white thing that you use to see. You don't even know. You see what I'm saying?
Stop it. Y'all, she's trying to make me sound cray cray.
Nope, you don't know.
And I
because
think
you've
she's
never had to
one
use a
that's
machine like that.
Cray cray. The brother machine did not have a threader. I had to like put the thread in there. That was a pain in the.
Careful there, girl.
We're okay. A pain in the bosom. You're in my way. I'm gonna need you. Where's the cap for you? See there.
I don't know when they invented that little white thing or whatever color you get to do that with your needle now. I have no idea when they did that.
Back in my day.
I don't think that was always around. I think we had to thread our machines by looking at them. Of course, the needles way back
Ouch.
when were sideways. They weren't straight in. You went to the left like that and towards the machine.
And now you've lost me. So, that I don't know about. Where's my litter, my light? Make it, oops. Make it shine. That's a bit bright, but we'll work with that. Have you locked any of your seams so far?
Nope, I have not.
Ah, interesting.
And now I'm going to take these two ends
Her perfect
and
ends.
sew them together. And then we'll have a circle.
A circle?
A circle.
Would that be like a circle?
I say that's like a circle.
Like a round circle?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Ooh, please
It's
don't
going to
get
be a
my
challenge for you to do it.
Well, then I can hire someone to do it.
I'm not hiring somebody to do it.
I'll pay you tomorrow for some help today.
Jeez. I'll let you do it today so you'll know how to do it for the future.
See, or I could just pay you.
No, you're not paying me to do it.
I'll pay you in food.
Nope.
You can have free dinner for a whole lifetime. And a half, because I make big portions. Oh no!
Don't know what. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
I did a boo-boo.
Oh no, what kind of boo-boo? A little boo-boo?
No.
A big boo-boo?
Yeah.
You can't have a big boo-boo.
I did a big boo-boo.
What'd you do? Start them backwards?
No. A bigger boo-boo.
just need to go a little bit further in.
You just need to go further in. You just need to do this.
You apparently didn't catch it at 1/8 of an inch.
You know what? I did, but that darn little nick in the fabric. Where's my, I'll say, where's my pins? Right in front of me.
That's why I said it would have been better had they marked it and not put a little nick in it.
Well, now I have a hole.
Well, just sew it up.
I don't wanna. I can pay you. Let's try this again. We're gonna do this backwards, y'all. We're gonna attempt.
All right. And now that I've got the circle done,
Did we catch his armpit? Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. Boom. Snip, snip. How are you working?
how am I working what? Okay, so we
How
take...
you doing? How you going? How's it moving? How you working? I don't know how you doing.
Act like you just entered the room or something.
No.
Okay, so the little piece here
Oh, she's gonna ignore my question too, y'all. See what I deal with every day.
goes on the tail.
Still doing it. Still doing it.
And what I find is,
I see how it is.
right here where the tail starts, right here, this part here, is where this seam goes of the small piece. And these are right sides together.
I got it! Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
All right, you got it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to do all that. What'd you do?
I sewed my pieces together, the sections.
Strips. Right sides to right sides.
Yes.
Into a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I relax for that part. Like this.
And now-
Does it matter which end to which end or no?
Yeah.
What
The
do you mean?
small to the medium.
There's only 2 strips.
No, there's three strips.
I have 2 strips.
You're missing
1,
a
2.
strip over there.
Okay, this is little. I sew that one to the big one. Medium.
I want to make sure I have my strips going to the right thing here.
Small, medium, large. What am I doing?
Oh,
So you got 3 size strips. You do.
Okay, so with the right sides together, are you here?
That is
Take-
not. It doesn't say sew them in a circle.
That's the top right picture. That's a circle. I mean, the best that a circle can be because it's not an actual circle.
No, it says pin it to the back piece.
Yeah. After you have it in a circle, you're going to pin it to the back piece. They got to be attached.
Stitch into a circle.
Yeah, you did, honey.
No,
Yeah. The top paragraph tells you to do that.
not my big one. I'm gonna put my middle one here.
No, you put the little one to the middle one.
No, it's big, middle, and then little.
That's because you have it laid out on your lap like that.
How can you have it laid out on your lap like that? Yes, it is. I'm looking at the picture. Look.
Middle
The
strip
big connects
to the
middle
shortest
and then
length is
little.
the tail section.
Look at the
The
picture.
longest length is the left side, and the middle length strip is the right side.
No, I'm lost. I don't know. I'm trying to make this a circle. That's what I'm trying to do. That's all.
Okay, this is the biggest side.
I'm just trying to make a circle first.
All right, take your little one and attach it to the medium size.
I know it's big, medium, little. Why do I have to attach my little one to the medium first? Well, I didn't get a selvage. What, a 1/4 inch? Or 1/2 inch? I mean, a 1/8 inch.
All right, so I'm going to start at the bottom
Wait, how did you get it?
like that.
Did you bend
Here's
them?
the small. Yeah, I had to pin them a whole bunch. Or they'll shift on you.
They'll shift on ya. You heard it here, folks. Come back next for, let's see, Saturday Night Live.
So the largest part of the Purrmaid, which is the right-hand side, this side here, the left looking at you, but the right looking at me.
You still don't tell me if it's a
This.
quarter inch or eighth
the
inch. Is it quarter inch?
I did a quarter inch.
Okay.
Okay, so when you lay
Thank
your
you.
Purrmaid down, the left side of him, which is the most curved, is the large piece. The right side is the medium. So the way that I do it is I start with the tail down here.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
And because this is the bigger piece, you take the big piece at the bottom, just do this right here, fold it in half, and since that seam, here's your halfway, so you fold it in half. As soon as you hit the seam, that's the medium size.
Did you lock this one?
No, I'm not. Oh, no, I didn't lock any of those. So I am going to start on the tail, and the medium is on this side. The seam of the small one goes in the seam of where the tail is, and then I'll pin it on the left first. Just to hold it in place, because that's where I start.
Of course.
Right sides together. And you're going to be doing a lot of going around here. So here's where we're going to be using a lot of pins.
As if we haven't already so far.
This is going to be a lot more. Because you're taking a curve
The amount is more.
and a straight line, and you're combining them. That's why.
Straight line.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that don't seem fair. In retrospect, I should have pinned all of these before I even started sewing, but one lesson at a time. What kind of pins are you using? The plastic or the glass?
These are glass head pins.
They're not clear.
And I think I'm going to have a better...
I thought they were
Now the
plastic.
last time I did this, I didn't do it on the tail side, I did it on the other side, I think. I can't remember. Jeez, I just did it too.
I should have filmed it for future reference.
I'm trying to think if it's going to be easier to do it on the tail side.
Should I watch you do it first
No?
to see if you mess up, and then if you do, I'll
Thanks.
do it the other way? You're not gonna mess up. I mean, if the tail bunches. Isn't the tail the hardest part?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd want
So
to
you
start
do it
there.
first. Exactly. And the notch on this little tail meets up with the notch on that right there.
Pull these
So
pins out
far,
of the-
so good. Because it is
scares me,
meeting.
but-
But like I said, this is where I started and stopped and had to quit. And
Well, not quit, but
No,
put it down for a minute.
I didn't put it down. What I did was I had to take it out and then pin it. I mean, even though I'm pinning it, I had to repin it because it gets all bunched up right here where it gets together. And to avoid that,
It's the type of fabric, though.
I know.
Well, Creative Notions was very creative with this. I do like it, though. Despite the little nicks here and there.
But they didn't create this pattern. They bought this.
Well,
Because Yvette had this little thing behind her in her sewing room. She
yeah,
got
but
it
for
from
them
somebody.
to come out with different colors and all that, and to give us directions and all, I think that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
And In a way, this is our own creative notion. Yes, no?
What do you mean it's our own creative notion?
Because we're kind of creating it.
I mean,
Kind
we're
of.
putting it together our way?
However you do it. And I just hold it. You know what? My leg is too big for this. Yes, I know. I got that. Let's have a moment of silence for all our fallen pins, shall we?
Did your pins fall?
No. But we're quiet right now. That's what I thought of.
See, that's the problem when I sew, because I'm always so darn quiet. You, on the other hand, talk and everything else.
Because I'm trying to have a good time with it. I don't want to be so serious all the time. I feel like that's a little...
I'm constantly concentrating.
Usually I have music on and I'm like jamming out. But copyright for YouTube. Otherwise I'd be having the Beatles on or what's hip? What's a hip band that I can say?
Okay, so here's where I'm already off, because there's a notch, and there's the notch way up there.
See, there was a fallen pin.
I heard that one at your table.
Yeah.
Which
Actually,
means by the time I get down here, yowza, I'm going to be off. Because that has to be up here.
Spins, spins, spins. You can't see that. Pins! They're very close together. That's what... Oh my goodness.
Well, you
That's
know you
what
gotta
we
get
mean.
your foot off that pedal.
It's a comfortable footrest. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I'm not sorry because it's comfortable, but my machine likes to yell at me.
It sure does.
Sometimes I'll do it just to make it different. Ah! Oh, hey, I'm done. I've got like a little necklace. Which, I thought you were supposed to pin it onto the back piece, not the front piece.
The back first.
This is the front.
I meant the front first, I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
I'm not sure. Stitch strip without stretching middle strip. Boy, that's tongue twister all in itself. I'll tell you that. Two body front. Man. Don't you be making fun of the things I say? Actually, you can. Okay. How are you pinting?
Slowly but
Pinto bean
surely.
commercial? No, how did you get it with the circle? Where did you start? Does it matter? Can I just pin wherever?
No, I told you.
I was
Look. Right here where the tail's at.
Yeah.
You're going to start right here. And you're going to
Here?
go all the way around. Up to there. We're doing only the tail.
With what piece?
With the small piece of that.
Where's this piece? Right sides together.
Okay, first
How
off,
is this supposed to?
first off, do you have the large? Let me see your. Alright. This is the small. We're going to call this the small side and that the large side. So we're going to take your little thing here.
So she's saying that this side is the small and his booty is the big, the large.
So here's how you're going to do it, like this. Since this one, which is the medium, goes on this side, you're going to start right here, and you're going to pin right where this is, right there. So pin 2 or 1 to the left, and then start right there, and you're going to pin. right there on that corner.
I don't want to poke you.
You're not going to poke me.
I might.
You won't. Now what you're going to do is you're going to slowly go around. And what I did was I flipped it right after I did what you just did. You put those 2 pins in.
Do you want me
And
to
now,
get
wait a minute.
video?
So you want to watch your tail, and you want to sew on the tail side, which is this side right here. So you're going to put a pin right there.
Go this way.
Well, you can hold this. I don't have to hold it for you.
Yeah, you do. I'm not stabbing you, am I?
No.
Okay.
But since we're going to sew on this side, you have to go on this side.
I did.
I didn't see that you did. So you're going to slowly go around here, and you're going to pin right there. Okay? And since you're pinning on this, since you're sewing on this
that's what
side,
you meant.
yeah.
Well, you hold it up. That's really different.
And what you're going to do is you're going to pin the whole thing, and then when you get done, it's going to be over here. This is where you're going to start. You're going to go all the way around that tail and stop. And then you've got both sides, start and stopped, and you got the tail done. Then you can either start on this side or the other side. It makes no difference. Okay?
Y'all, I told you she's perfect.
I'm not perfect. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
telling you
I think
how I
you are.
did it. No, I'm
So
not.
I'm pinning like
It
this.
looks like a little heart. Look.
So you pin down
His little
here.
tail looks like a heart. Isn't that
Oh,
sweet?
it does. Show the people.
Show the people.
Show the people.
There you go. It looks like a little.
Should we get a close up to see it better?
There you go. It's a little heart.
My hand's not light enough. Oh well. I'm too red. So pin here. Pin
You're,
all this.
you're pinning all of that. Yeah.
And then how do I pin like?
You're slowly
back?
turning it. Look how I'm turning the fabric. See how it ends up being in here in the back?
No, but I believe you.
This is why I said I'm gonna come so far with the sewing and then stop, because otherwise it'll all bunch up underneath there. It's not enough fabric width-wise.
Do you want to pause the video, pin it, and then come back?
No,
'Cause we
I'm
probably
almost done
won't be
pinning.
seeing that. Oh, sure you are.
Well, we'll take a break here in a minute and I'll go do the wash.
That has nothing to do with this.
Well, how long do you think it'll take you to pin?
Too long. Unless.
Nope.
I
I'm
didn't
not doing
say
it for
that.
I'm not doing
I
it for you.
didn't say that.
Okay.
Just call Becca up and say, hey, Becca. I
And
would
so
do that.
my little seam has to be right here. And look what I'm going to do, because you're going to have to do the same thing.
I'm not there.
But you can look.
But I'm not there. You're going to make me forget. I'm going to forget.
Okay, see that? That's
Oh, don't
supposed to...
stretch it.
I'm not stretching it, but it's supposed to be down here.
Why isn't it down here?
Because this is longer. So to
Why?
make up for it, when you get to the corner right here, you take your fabric and you pull it up like this. Okay? And you pretend there's a seam right in there.
I don't like
A seam in this.
pretending that. You gonna have to explain later, cause I don't know. I'm turning this off, cause I don't think that on. Wait, no, not that.
Lucy needs to be explained to.
You are not Ricky Ricardo. That's the
Okay.
Lucy you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Lucille Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we should watch that tomorrow.
We don't have time. We have to do the other half of this video.
We can watch it.
And I gotta run downstairs and do my wash, so that's one less thing to do tomorrow. Okay, so now, because I have to do... Did you bring a marking pen down today? You have a marker? Pencil? Reach behind me and get me a pencil. Such a
Do you have a marker?
fucking-
Do you have a pencil? No, I got pens. Would you like one?
No, I want a pencil.
Yeah, at your thing. Oh, yo. Oh, this one.
I'm going to.
Okay, get up
Ooh,
close and
excuse
personal
me.
with your shoulder. Hello. There's one.
No, I don't want a pen, honey. I want a pencil.
You said, did she not just say, do you have a pen or pencil? Did you not just say
a
that?
marking pen, but this to me is not a marking pen. I would have wanted the other thing.
And I want $1 million.
Give me the
What
pencil.
are you talking about?
Pencil away.
A pencil?
Pencil.
Pencil? She need a pencil,
All
y'all.
them little pencils.
I'm gonna step
What are you?
I must ask you a question, but I shall save it for later.
You're so funny. Oh my god.
Yes!
God.
It's just like all of them onto my thumb. My pens don't like that.
Remember
joke.
earlier when I
Where's
was
my-
what
there
would
it
I
is.
what was I doing that I pinned something to me?
Breathing. I don't know.
Oh, it was when we were working on that thing on Friday. I went to pin the triangle to the square. That's what it was. I was pinning one of the corners. Remember, I was pinning it.
Oh, you pinned so many things.
Well,
Do you
on the
remember when I
three-
pinned this back in 2004 and I poked my nose?
okay. First off, I've never poked my nose.
It was just a thing.
Well,
We
anyway,
changed that
when-
today, you ready? Your nose been poked. There you go.
So when I was pinning my triangle,
This one.
my
I didn't
third
make
triangle, I think I lost my lid there.
that. Lead. They don't make that with lead no more.
Okay, you know what I mean, jelly bean.
I'm
Anyway.
not Jelly Bean. I'm gonna call Yvette. Yvette, get Jelly Bean on the phone.
Anyway, so as I was doing my diamond, the next thing I know, I went to move my hand and I had pinned my finger
Oh,
in my
I
fabric.
remember that. You picked your finger up and your fabric just went right along with it.
Okay,
You went.
okay,
I
I've gone
didn't
3
even
times.
feel that.
It's time we quit.
No.
I gotta quit.
My notches match up, sorta. Yay! I'm not.
Yeah, my first one matched up just perfect. It's the rest that aren't doing too good. So now I have to sew
This
it.
is my first one. You trying to tell me that my other ones aren't gonna be perfect?
No, they might not
Y'all,
match
she's
up.
trying to jinx me.
They might not match up.
Y'all, you see this one? Why is this turning so weird? Okay, well now it doesn't match up quite. It did. It was. And then it wasn't.
This one's really off the mark.
You're off the mark. I just said that.
Really, really,
I don't
really
know what
here.
I'm talking about. If you like being at the lighthouse and pinning Purrmaid.
Okay, so that is going to fit right there on the end.
Oh my
And
goodness, we're not
therefore-
even recording. I was kidding. I even looked at them and I went, shh, like they can hear me.
Not that they, not that they can hear you, but that they can be quiet for you.
They're going, Kathy, Kathy, look up, look up.
You're tired too.
What? No.
That was so funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my heavens.
Look, we're not recording.
You're so funny.
Ouch!
You have to be more careful.
I was laughing and moving. That one's going to need Band-Aid.
Well, you said you had bandage down here.
I know, but that one's really... Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta get first aid.
First aid.
Don't let her walk over there. Uchi, uchi.
I don't think she's going to get up and move
What?
anywhere soon. I don't think
Oh.
she's getting up moving
Is she
anywhere
asleep?
soon. I can't see.
Y'all, she asked, do you have Band-Aids down here? Guess what? I got that variety pack.
You got a big pack of band-aids. That means you're accident prone.
No, that means I babysit accident-prone children. Ooh, new Band-Aid. We'll go with the
And that one's
colored.
too.
Look how pretty that is. It's so pretty. Okay, it's brighter in person, but you know.
No, that gets a pretty good shot of the Band-Aid.
Not really.
I think it does.
She thinks it does. That makes one of us.
All right.
Ugh. Okay. I'll keep the Band-Aids
So
here just
I
in
am going to
case.
stop. I am not going to do anything here.
You're not gonna sew?
Nope. All I did was pinned it. I'm stopping. We'll do it on the next video. But this is what I have done. All of that right there has been pinned.
Oh goodness.
Just like that.
And I pinned my band.
And there's the tail pinned. And when I say that's an exaggeration of pins, that's a lot of pins.
There you go. Hold it up against the wall.
And then show the backside so they can see why we're going to stop every now and then. Because you can see some of those puckers. And I'm sewing on this side here. And so to
On the
avoid
puckered
getting
side here.
and to avoid having any of these puckers or
Puckers?
pleats show up, I don't want
Just
any
a
kind of
little
pleats.
pucker.
I'm just going to take my time, and when I feel like I can't get it straight, then I'm going to stop, take it out, and then start over. And that's it for today. We're going to stop, and then we'll start
Well,
this up tomorrow.
We're not gonna sew anymore, put it that way.
Right. Not on this project, we're not.
Not on this video.
Correct. Okay, guys, we will see you in the next video.
For part 2. Might be a part 3.
There won't be a part 3.
With my slowness.
Nah. Well, we won't be stuffing it because our stuffing won't be coming.
Well, not
It
yet.
won't come till later in the month.
So that'll be part 3. Stuffing your Purrmaid.
That's
Stay
not gonna
tuned for the
be
next
part
episode of
3.
Purrmaid Perfection. With person number 1 and person number 2. Anywho.
Hey guys. Thanks everybody for watching and take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.